thank you. That's very sweet. Okay. How many of you have been to our class, How to Sell 100 Homes in a Year? Okay, good. So then you probably know the answer to this question. I got to the top of Keller Williams real estate in 2007. We were number one in the world, and we were number 42 on the planet in the industry ranked by the Wall Street Journal. And I'm not telling you that to brag, although that's pretty cool. Would you agree? Yeah, it's cool. Oh, you can clap. Only one person clapped for that. Anyways, thanks. Yeah, I need some, what do you call it, encouragement? So, but Gary Keller, I remember this. Well, number one, you understand when people would ask me, what is it? What is the key to your success? You know what I tell them? Massively positive freaking energy and an incredible attitude. But that plays right into what we're talking about today, which is what Gary Keller told me when I was number one in the world. He said, Chad, every day you wake up, you think about one thing. Where's your business coming from? Lead generation, the number one job of a real estate agent. Would you agree? The number one job of a real estate agent is I can teach you everything about real estate, but if you don't have anyone to work with, would you agree? You're out of business. So today in the How to Sell 100 Homes class, I teach all the different ways, but I teach very little on lead generation. And today I'm going to go in depth into 6 key areas that allowed me to drive leads to my business. Do you want more leads in here? Yeah. Okay. Say this with me. I am a lead generation machine. Say it again. I am a lead generation machine. Drive that into your brain. Every day I wake up, I ran into Gary Keller a year and a half ago. I was speaking to some people today, and I said, Gary, you said something to me many years ago, and I will never forget it. And he said, well, what was that? And I said, every day you wake up, you think about one thing, lead generation. Where does your business come from? So today I'm going to talk to you about 6 key areas. And I was on a bike ride about 4 years into my career. So I got into real estate when I was 23 years old, which some of you look 23 in here. I was 23 years old, and I ended up working for an agent that was one of the top agents in the city of Austin. His name is James Willoughby. He's one of my greatest mentors. Amazing guy. And I started building my business. And I'm 4 years into my career, and I'm out in a place called Moab, Utah. If you haven't been there, you should go. It is the mountain biking mecca of the world. Amazing. I love mountain biking. And I'm riding my bike, and I'm watching this tire on the front of this bike. It's very rocky there, and it's pounding against the rocks. And I'm like, why does this tire not collapse? And I looked at the rim, and I looked at the hub, and I looked at the tube and the tire, and then I looked at the spokes. And I was like, oh, it's the spokes that keep it from collapsing. And for some reason, if you're an entrepreneur like me, where did my mind go? To business. And I was like, okay, what keeps my business from collapsing? What are the spokes that keep my business from collapsing? And it was obvious. I said, lead generation. So I want you to write down on your pad of paper in front of you right now a little circle like a wheel. Okay, this is called the lead generation wheel. And I think about this every single day. Okay? And what I did was I looked back and think about your past transactions. Who's done a transaction in the past 6 months? Okay, where did it come from? One of them. Referral? How about you? Family? Family referral? How about you? Facebook? Okay. Who else? Repeat client? Okay. Neighbor referral? Awesome. Okay. So here's what happened to me. If you think about your business and where your business has come from, I want you to write those on each spoke. And this is what I did. And I wrote my sphere of influence. Okay? So, sphere of influence is Paul Guerrero. It's Stephen Moore. It's all of you people that know me. It's people that know you, like you, and trust you, and would do business with you if they knew you were in real estate. Repeat these words. Everybody I know, everybody I meet, knows what business I'm in. Everybody I meet knows I'm in real estate. If you ask someone in this city, right? If you ask someone in this city, do you know Chad Goldwasser? And they actually do know me, what do you think they say? The real estate guy? I'm brainwashing people. Okay? So today I'm going to talk about sphere of influence. We're going to talk about open houses. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about YouTube. Anyone do YouTube in here? Okay? And we're going to talk about networking groups. And we're going to talk about farming, or, I love this, becoming a celebrity in your neighborhood. Okay? Farming. Like, I am a lead generation machine. I want leads coming in all the time. And so when I looked at that spoke, so think about it. Who wrote down sphere of influence on a spoke? Okay. Now what I did was I said, okay, that's free, right? There's a lot of free things we could do. Do you agree? To drive leads from our sphere of influence. So, I wrote down everything I did in sphere of influence. And I was like, okay, I'm making phone calls. What else can we do for our sphere of influence? What else? Mailers? Okay, what else? Pop buys? Okay, come up here. So, this is a beautiful, this is why I brought this guy. This is why he is my insurance guy, probably why he's David's insurance guy. Who knows what a pop buy is? Okay, pop buy is when, not Popeye, pop buy is when I pop by a client or a friend's home and I'm like, oh, hey, I was just in the area, just tell them what you do.
I deliver cookies
every Thursday.
Every Thursday, I deliver cookies to my referral partners, insurance agents, realtors, lenders, and some title companies, to stay top of mind.
Every Thursday.
No matter
it's
what.
like clockwork. Consistency. Give him a hand for that. So pop buys, phone calls, text messages, personal notes. When's the last time anyone in here received a personal note in the mail?
From you.
From me? Okay. You got one? That's sweet. What did it say? So, here's the thing, okay? With your sphere of influence, you want to dominate the mind space, the real estate, if you will, of everybody that knows you, right? Everybody that knows me knows what? I'm in real estate. And they probably know I'm pretty good at it. So what I did was I took that spoke, sphere of influence, and I said, okay, I'm making phone calls. Am I maximizing my phone calls per week? I'm doing personal notes. Am I maximizing my personal notes per week? Am I maximizing lunches, coffees, what is it called? Rock and Restock? A client appreciation party I've been doing for over 24 years. I look, and here's what I want you to do right now. I looked at all those areas and I started setting goals in those areas. And I will allow you to take pictures of this at break or whatever, but I started creating laminated sheets of paper business plans where I would set my goals and write these ideas down to remind myself. So here is my sphere of influence. Past client, you said referral. Sphere of influence, marketing and appreciation. I am calling all of my current clients, people that are in business with me right now. This is a massive source of leads. Up front, you should say to those people, during the transaction, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you're probably going to be talking about real estate. And what I'd like you to do is when you talk to people and when I'm kicking butt for you, I want you to let those people know that if they need to buy or sell a home, that you'll have me give them a call. Not, I'll tell them to call you. I will call them. I am calling 15 sphere of influence past clients on Tuesdays from 9 till 10 a.m. I am writing 10 personal notes per week. I am writing thank you notes to all listing appointments within 24 hours. So there's another system, because how many of you love to make phone calls to your friends and family and people and ask them for business? Okay, good. Some of you do. What's that? Okay, good. So here's a little system. It's called You Just Crossed My Mind. Okay, so has anyone ever just crossed your mind? Yeah, where you're like, oh my God, I wonder what David Schneider's doing. And instead of allowing a past client, a friend, or someone to just cross my mind, I'll stop. And I'll be like, Gary Hart, what's up, brother? You just crossed my mind. Text message. You just crossed my mind. I just want to tell you, you're freaking amazing. I love you. Thanks for sponsoring our event. And do you know of anyone that needs to buy or sell a home? Call me. Love you. Bye. That's me. That's my... But it's a simple way to just remind people, hey, I'm here. And who doesn't love to get a text message like that? Gary, if I sent you that text, would you? Okay, good. So, on your sheet, I want you to just write down for me 3 goals in the area of your sphere of influence that you will commit to start becoming top of mind. Because how often are people getting asked, do you know of a great real estate agent? Not very often. So people need to be reminded over and over again. Consistency is key. How long did it take, Paul Guerrero, before I actually switched my insurance to you? Like 3 years. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today in lead generation, everything works. But people come to me sometimes and they're like, well, I did a personal note. It didn't work. I did an open house. It didn't work. Every single weekend for the next 10 years, do an open house and then come back to me and tell me it doesn't work. It's consistency over time, just like Paul Guerrero. So, expanding your sphere of influence is key as well. Who's great at expanding their sphere of influence in here? Who's good at this? You are? What do you do? Mike?
I have a goal in my business that I'm going to meet at least 5 new people every week. So I am constantly going out for coffees, lunches, happy hours. I'm out in my market, in the area that I work, and I visit local businesses.
Awesome.
Give him a star.
Yeah, David's got a star for you. So,
What does that gold star mean?
the gold star is something I attach my goals and my dreams to. I put these little gold stars all around my field of vision on my phone. Who has a goal in here? Who wants to make more money? Me too. Okay. I take these little gold stars and I put them all around my field of vision, and I attach a goal to it that I am super excited about. Like, what's a goal someone's super excited about in here? Paying off my mortgage. You're driving that into, every time I see that gold star, I drive that goal. I say it to myself, I am easily earning $100,000 per month. I attach.
Participate, you get a gold star.
Thank you, David. Anyway, I attach a goal to that gold star. I drop things into my unconscious mind. I'm not going to talk about mindset and energy too much today, but it's key. So, I have another system for you to expand your sphere of influence. And I was at Summer Moon last Thursday. And what were we doing, David?
We were making calls for this event.
Did anyone get a call from us last Thursday? Okay, good. So I'm sitting there. Taylor, tell them what happened. I'm sitting there making phone calls. And what happened? This is Taylor Gutierrez. Give her a hand for being here. And give yourselves a hand for being here.
So I'm working on my computer, and I'm like, who is this guy? He's talking so loud in the coffee shop.
Oh, damn it.
And then as a
That
realtor,
worked.
I hear A-board, and I was like, "Doop," and I was like, okay, what is this guy doing? And he's just nonstop, and they have a chat. They go outside, they come back in. He's again on the phone, and then I hear
Prospecting.
Yeah, I hear him talking about a class, and I look on A-board, and I'm not able to find the class. So then I just walked up to him and I said, "Hey, I want to come." He was like still on the phone. He was like, "What?" And then he taught me a few points while I had a 15-minute conversation with him.
Yes. So this is the point I wanted to teach you. Way to go, Taylor. Great job being here. So this is a system for expanding your sphere of influence. It's called No, I Don't Have a Business Card. Okay. Has anyone ever asked you for a business card?
No.
How many? No. How many times did you get a phone call from that person? Zero. Very rarely. I'm going to teach you a new system. When people ask me for my business card, what do I say? I don't have a business card. I've got something better. And by this time, okay, I've complimented them. I've started a conversation. And by the end of any 5-minute conversation with me, and now with you, what should people know? Number one, I'm in real estate. Number two, I'm probably pretty freaking good at it. Okay? We'll work on teaching you that in our next class next Tuesday, called Creating Massive Value as a Buyer's Agent. But this is what I did with Taylor. I said, Taylor, I don't have a business card. I have something better. And I went to my phone. This is a system I use. And I went to my card, Chad Goldwasser, and then I text it to that person. What's your number? And boom, you text it to them as they're watching. This is obviously after you've made a connection, so get really good at making connections. Okay, someone's calling me. Okay, now I go to the text message, pull it up, boom, info, create new contact. Now tell me your name, young lady.
Well, I sent it to you on my card.
Tell me your name. Melissa. And what's your last name, Melissa? ISAAC. And who is your favorite band ever in the galaxy, the planet, in the universe, and on planet Earth? Who's your favorite band or performer?
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden. Oh yeah, rock and roll, baby. And when is your birthday? Month and date only.
Thank you. Well, Iron Maiden didn't date me. July 18th.
Okay. Her birthday is July 18th. She loves Iron Maiden. She came to a class that I taught at the Austin Board of Realtors on September 17th, 2024, about becoming a lead generation machine. And I was teaching this system of how to capture people's information so that I can build a meaningful relationship with them and not just call them to buy or sell real estate, period. Austin, Texas, September 17th, 2024. Boom. And then because you have to make sure they're not going to get too freaked out. This may not work for all of you, but it works for me. And I never want to forget their face or the first day we met. So we take a little picture, boom, use photo. And now Taylor can tell you exactly what happened after this. So now all that information and that picture, not that one, is saved right here. Boom. Done. Okay. Now I leave. Okay, this is a tip that if you can implement, it will change your life. I have thousands of people in my phone like this. So here's what happens. I leave today, I go out to my car, I send Melissa the picture. Hey, freaking amazing to meet you. I don't even know an Iron Maiden song, so I can't tell you one, but I'll be like, I'm listening to Iron Maiden. That dude flies airplanes and I think he's cool. I can't remember what his name is. And so awesome to meet you today. Then, the system. I take this back, I hand this up to Loranda, who helped put this event together today. She's my awesome assistant. Give her a hand. She's kick-ass. And I hand it up to her, and she contacts Melissa and is like, I heard you met my crazy-ass boss last night. Not boss, teammate. And he likes to send out these little personal notes. What's your home address? Not, can I get your home address? What's your home address? And he has this VIP group of clients and people that he likes to send information about the music in town and real estate. And he'd like you to be part of that. What's your email address? She takes the personal note. She puts it on my desk with an envelope that's addressed to Melissa, and puts my information on it, stamps it, puts it on my desk. My goal is 10 a week, and I write a little personal note. Here's what it says. Hey, Melissa, it was so freaking amazing to meet you. I hope you had a blast, and I hope you learned something that changed your life. And I can't wait till Iron Maiden comes back. Maybe I'll go, don't know for sure. But I like the skeleton guy they use on that thing. Have an awesome day. Call me if you ever need to buy or sell real estate when you get rich from understanding these concepts that can change your life. Love, Chad. Pure gold. Put it in the envelope, send it off. Build a relationship. Make sense? Yeah, go ahead.
When you did the voice note,
Yeah.
where did that end up?
So under, it says name, last name, and then it says company. So you just click on company, then you click the voice note, and then you leave the notes, okay? So here's how it works. What's your name again? Gigi. So most agents hate calling people. They meet someone at an event and they're like, wait, who's Gigi? Gigi? Hi, it's Chad Goldwasser. I know you, I don't know how I know you, but do you need to buy or sell a home? I'm like, Gigi, I just saw Prince last night. Well, Prince is dead. I saw, who's your favorite band? I saw Iron Maiden last night, and oh my God, I was thinking about you, and I know you're kicking ass in real estate. Do you need to buy a mansion yet? Okay. It's building a connection. And then you put them in your CRM, and you start keeping notes on people for 28 years. I've been selling real estate for 28 years. There are kids that have grown up, and I've watched them grow up, of clients of mine. So, coffees, lunches. For me, who has a passion in here? Who's passionate about something? What?
Cooking?
Cooking? Okay. So for me, it's music. So when Dave Matthews comes, I don't get 2 tickets, I get 8 tickets. And I have to call 100 people to get 8 people to go to the concert. But the 80 people that I call that don't come, the impact is still the same. Taylor, it's Chad Goldwasser. Oh yeah, Dave Matthews is coming to town. I got 2 extra tickets for you and your buddy tonight. Are you interested in coming? No. Oh, the kids, soccer. Okay. Yeah. Shit. All right. Well, call me if you need to buy or sell real estate, okay? All right. Yes, have a great day. I'm building relationships. I'm not just asking for something. So, for me, it's a passion. I try to take 4 concerts for Tony and Austin have been to shows with me. Lots of people in this room have been to shows with me, but it's my passion. Take your passion and invite people to do that with you, okay? So, sphere of influence. Do we have any questions on this? The idea is we want to dominate the minds of the people that know us, like us, trust us, and would do business with us if they knew we were in business, okay? Brainwash, go ahead.
How many touches to do like that?
Gary Keller always talks about 8 by 8. I just make sure on the first one that Taylor never forgets me. Taylor, will you ever forget me? No. Will you ever forget that I'm in real estate? Okay. So make an impression, but if I had to say, okay, I want to share something with you that I talk about, and sometimes it offends people. Blitzkrieg. Anyone know what a blitzkrieg is? It's where people are attacked from air, land, and sea. It's a war term. I'm going to attack you from social media, phone calls, text messages, open houses, signs, all over the place. Spam you? I would never spam you. No. Hell no. 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 Not if you do it the right way. I do it with love. Say this. I love people. I love people. And I am coming at them from a point of caring and non-expectation. Okay? This event is free thanks to our sponsors. I don't expect anything from you, but I know something will come of this. I know what we're building. I feel it. But I never met Taylor and expected anything. I don't meet people and have expectations. I just serve them. For me, that comes from a model that I was given by God of what to be like and how to serve people. So, second spoke. Any other questions on sphere of influence? Did you get something good you can take away? Okay. If you got one thing you can take away, then I succeeded. 2, open houses. Who loves open houses? Okay, great. Good. Open houses. Guess when I did my last one? Sunday. And the day before. Saturday and Sunday. So 28 years of real estate. People think I'm sitting back and like collecting checks. I do get to do that. But I work my ass off. So what I'm teaching you, I do. Objective, drive traffic. Okay? Drive traffic through open houses. And let me tell you what's not going to work. Carl, you're not going to do one open house, find a $5 million buyer, and retire. But I'm going to teach you how to do them consistently over and over and over again so that you become so good at them that you meet a couple like Roxy and Roger, who I met 2 months ago. I think you were there at the open house, David Griggs. Yeah, no, Buda. So I took over a listing for an agent. It sat on the market for 89 days. I repriced it correctly. I held a massive open house, drove traffic. We had 10 groups through. It sat on the market for 89 days with another agent. And I can teach you how to do this too. I had it on the market for 5. I sold it for $24,000 over the asking price in this market. This is a month and a half ago, right? And in that open house, Roxy and Roger walked in. And I'm going to come back to them in a minute because they're going to make me probably $45,000 to $60,000. But here's what you do. Systematically do open houses. Okay, don't just show up and put a sign in the yard. Like, I want you to be proactive. Do you want to be legendary? Great. Do you know how much legendary people make? A lot. Don't be a typical traditional average real estate agent. If you're in here, that is not what I want to see. I want people that want to be the best. Because you know why? What we do is important. People are putting their biggest asset in your hands, and one of the biggest decisions they ever make in your hands. So you should be amazing at it. So here's how you systematically do an open house. It does not have to be your listing, by the way. You pick a neighborhood that you love to work in, Northwest Hills, Emmeline, where you live. You pick a house that maybe it's listed by another agent. You figure it out by Tuesday, what open house you're going to do, and then you start to market that open house, okay? Social media. I would go over to the house. This is what I did last Friday when I was doing an open house in Circle C, which is an area that I farm, and I'll talk about farming in a minute. And we're gonna give you a break in just a minute and let you get food too. Are you getting good things out of this so far? Yeah. Good, thank you for being here. Super happy you're here. Okay, so I get the open house scheduled. Doesn't have to be your listing. Again, here's the script for anyone that's new. Hey, Chad Goldwasser, I saw that you had a listing over in Circle C on 2718 Austral Loop. It's vacant. Do you mind if I do an open house this weekend at that property? No? Okay, don't worry about it. Next, John Squires, you have a listing over on 2715 Austral Loop. Can I do an open house? Yeah, sure. It does not have to be yours. You figure out which open house you're going to do. You then go to it, you start marketing that property through Facebook story. Everyone know how to do a Facebook story? Okay. If you don't, what's that? Oh, that's a good question, David. Kevin, how do you do a Facebook story? You do it like this. Okay. If you don't want to be on my Instagram, I'm here with an awesome group of people and they're learning incredible things, aren't you? Yeah! We're talking about lead generation right now. We're talking about open houses and how to use social media to drive traffic. That's it. Come to our next one. It's this coming Tuesday, next Tuesday. It's called Creating Massive Value as a Buyer's Agent. Be here. Love you. Okay, that's as easy as it is to do social media. Okay? So I go to the house and I preview the house that I'm going to hold open so that I know it. I do a little social media story, and then I will pull between 5 to 10 other homes in that area. And I will go and I will look at those properties. If you're new, if you're young, you should be previewing between 10 to 50 homes a week. Looking at homes, studying and learning and understanding the market so you know what a good deal is, okay? I had a guy fly into town on Friday. He wanted to buy a home. I had previewed, and it was so easy for me on Saturday in the afternoon. I showed him 3 homes in the morning, went and did an open house, came back, showed him 3 more, had him under contract by this morning at 9 a.m. 4 days. It's a good paycheck because I was able to guide him because I understood the market that people will trust you. So this is why you go out and you preview homes before your open house so you understand the market. It's as simple as this. You pull up the MLS, and I'm not going to teach you how to use the MLS right now, but if you don't know how to use the MLS really quickly and good, learn it, study it. 33 homes on the market in Circle C right now. They range from $580,000 to $1.295 million. The average price is $827,000. The average price per square foot is right at $305. The open house that I was doing was $275. In the past 90 days in that neighborhood, there's been 48 sales. So if you divide 48 by 3, how much is that? 15 and a half, 16, 16. There's 33 on the market. There's 16 sales on average per month. That means we've got about 2 months of inventory. It's a little more of a seller's market down there, okay? Now, before you go into your open house, you understand those numbers. What does a typical traditional agent do at an open house?
Just open it.
Hello? Yeah, hello? You have an agent? Okay. I'm going to give you STUN, S-T-U-N, write it down, S-T-U-N. It's an acrostic that you should utilize when you're lead generating and when you're doing an open house. After you place 20 signs around that, you preview, okay? If you want to be the most successful at an open house, like if you're going to spend 3 to 4 hours, like why the hell not do it to the limit? So you study and learn it, you get to the neighborhood early, you put out 15 to 20 signs. My goal is 15 to 20 signs. I do a lot of them in Circle C where I farm, so people see my signs all the time. That's why Paul Guerrero is consistently in front of people, because they see him and then they work with him. So, but here's STUN. S is smile. Oh my God, let's practice it. Smile. That's beautiful. Great smile. Good. Practice that. You ever been at the gym and people are like, I'm like, hey. I meet people. Smiling, okay? 10 billion megawatt energy is T, okay? It used to be 10,000, I raised it. But I'm not talking about like, hey, Austin, Chad Goldwasser, welcome to my open house. But they feel my energy. Can you feel my energy right now? Yes. Okay, good. People feel it. Might be a little more tame at an open house, but they're going to feel it, they're going to see it. So they walk in, they're like, stun. Oh, this guy's different. They're going to be taken aback. Were you taken aback a little bit when we met? Okay, I stunned her a little bit. They're taken aback. They're like, this person's different. Why are they smiling? They seem happy. Okay, USP, smile, 10 billion megawatt energy, USP. What sets you apart, Wendy Bailey? What sets you apart, Gary Hart? What sets you apart, Austin? What sets me apart as an agent? Don't say service. Everybody says that. What sets me apart is I know the market better than anyone on the planet. I study and learn the market. Say this, wouldn't you agree, Mr. and Mrs. Seller? It's important to have an agent that understands the market so they can negotiate strongly on your behalf. Yeah, that's important, isn't it? What are they going to say? No, we want a dumbass. It's not going to happen. Okay? So, back to my slides. Punctual, be there on time. Sorry, I'm going to go back. USP, I got lost there. Unique selling proposition. What sets you apart? Write it down, know it, okay? Here's one for me, and this is a script too, so we'll practice it. Everybody say it together. I have a proven, repeatable process designed to get you the best price for your home. Yeah, which is what you want, right? Yes, that's called a tie down. So USP, what sets you apart? And then N, never let them go without asking for the business. Okay? Nobody leaves an open house of mine without me saying, buy it. They laugh too. But it kind of breaks that ice. So stun people. Open houses, stun them. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
If they say that they are already working with a realtor?
Okay, so let's practice here. Well, first of all, you have to have a script. Okay, I'm not even going in we're going to have classes for days. Universities, David. Universities, because I don't even have time to teach you the script. It's called the 7-point conversion method. It is a script that I utilize to get all the information so that I don't say to them, I never say to someone, are you working with an agent? I say, out of curiosity, how many homes have you seen the inside of so far? We've seen about 5. Oh, awesome. Are you just going to open houses, looking online, or do you have an agent that's specifically representing your best interest already? Oh, we're just Going to open houses. Good. I look forward to working with you. It's a script. It's called the 7-point conversion method. 7 points: location, price, motivation, working with an agent.
Mortgage.
Criteria: close for the appointment. Close for the appointment is this: scripts and dialogues. I'm not even going into this today, but here's the closing script. David, based on the information you've given me, here's what I'd suggest that we do. Let's go ahead and set up a time. Yeah, you. I'm speaking to you, bro. Welcome.
Where's the other David at?
Let's go ahead and set up a time. I'm going to do a complete market overview of the areas you're looking to buy in. We'll go through the home buying process, and then we'll get you into some other properties that fit your criteria. I've got time at 3 or 5, which works better. That's called closing for the appointment. Okay? Oh, star. David made all these beautiful stars, by the way. This guy is a tireless servant. Okay, open houses. So then follow up. Have a system to follow up with people, get their information, or utilize my system. I don't have a business card. I can't remember what their names were, but I just closed. And so I'm going to come back to the story of Roger and Roxy. People came into my open house. This home sat on the market for 89 days. It was on a street called Pine Siskin, 500 Pine Siskin Drive. The clients the woman that owned the home was the daughter of some 20-year clients of mine. They said, "You got to call Chad." She called me. I took over the listing. I priced it correctly because I was able to guide her, because I understand the market better than anybody, and I was able to guide her to make the right decision about where to price the property. And then I did a massive open house. I studied the area. David came. I had signs all over the place. Drove 10 people through that home, 4 days on the market. A young couple came in. They're like, "We love it. We're under contract on another home, but we're going to call our agent right now, and we're going to make an offer." And then Roger and Roxy walked in. They walked around for a long time. They said, "Do you have a business card?" I said, "No, let me do this." And then they called me the next day. They said, "We want to see it again tomorrow at 1. I said, "I've got another offer coming in, but I'd love to show it to you." I met them there. They did not have an agent. They ended up writing an offer through me 2 hours after this, meeting me 2 days earlier. This is what it means to be legendary and how you can make money when you dedicate your life to this. And they didn't end up getting the home. But Roger and Roxy own this stunning property in Dripping Springs that I went and looked at then. That's almost, it'll sell for $900 to $950. What is my percentage of that? A good portion. So when I sell that, and then they're going to buy $1 million to $1.5 million property. Open houses work. Do you have any questions before I let you get some food and rest your mind for 1 second? Yes.
Okay, now, this new rule.
Yes.
About buyer agent.
Yes.
They've been telling us in all the classes I've been attending, when you get somebody that is not represented or whatever, you are not allowed to open your mouth and say anything. So even having him to write a contract with me, that's a no. They have to prove and say that they're not represented. I have to go and ask my seller, is it okay to work with him, and are you gonna pay me for me? I mean, it's
I don't want to get arrested, so I can't answer this question. David.
So I will answer. So if they are unrepresented, you do have to have a form for that, and just so you're covering yourself. But you can also do an intermediary, which you can. Intermediary still works, right? The only thing about an intermediary, does everyone know what an intermediary means? Okay, so the only thing about that is that you can no longer give advice to either party. If you are a true intermediary, right, you can no longer give advice to either party. You can just facilitate the transaction. So maybe in your best interest to have them unrepresented if you still want to advise your seller. Or what I would do is I'd refer them to a great agent. I'd make the referral fee and then representation on both sides.
Don't do the parking,
Yeah. Does that make sense?
No.
You're not happy.
Agency is a broker and hire two agents in the same brokerage. But I
That-
am my
that's-
own broker, and
that's-
I'm one person.
That you can still do intermediary, right?
Even if I sign with the seller that I represent him, now
Yes.
I'm gonna switch and say, no.
In your
I-
listing agreement allows you to do intermediary. Either it's a yes or a no. If they say no, then no. If they say yes, you can still do it. But again, you need to be careful because you can no longer advise either side. You just facilitate the transaction. Pass on the
Excellent.
information.
Great question. We're going to take a quick break so you can get lunch. Austin, what's the best thing you've learned today that you haven't heard before?
I haven't heard you talk about STEM.
Oh, wow. Mike Pritchard?
I like your no business card.
No business card? How about you, young lady? What's the best thing you've learned so far?
I haven't heard about that either.
Stun? You like that? Good. How about you, young lady? What's the best thing you've learned so far? Business card? Good. Wendy Bailey, anything?
I love the business card, I use that a lot. I have a question about business card.
Yes.
I also have like a QR code.
Yeah, I don't do that because it screws up my, and plus, here's the thing that's different and why Taylor will never forget me is I didn't say, oh, do you like music? No, it's a weird question, wouldn't you agree? Like, I say planet Earth and then I say Earth again. Hey, who's your favorite freaking band in the planet, the galaxy, the universe, and on planet Earth? And they're like, what? Who the hell is this dude?
It took me a while to answer too because I was stunned.
Yeah, she was stunned. So, anyway, okay, I'm glad you're learning. We're going to take a 5-minute break for you to get some food, and then we're going to knock it out. Thank you so much for being here. Amazing. All right. So, third spoke in the wheel. And by the way, there's tons of them, right? There are so many spokes out there. There's so many ways to generate business. And it can be generated everywhere. But social media, okay? Who loves utilizing social media? Raise your hand high in the air. Yes. Okay. Well, you don't have to use it, okay? I think it is one of the most cost-effective. And by the way, everything we've talked about so far, how much do you have to spend to do an open house? You need signs. How much do you have to spend to text message 15 people consistently on a weekly basis? How much does it cost to make a phone call? Not very expensive. So the concept I had in my mind when I developed this was I wanted to make sure I was maximizing each spoke that didn't cost me money, because Gary Keller, one of my greatest mentors, always said, lead with revenue. And so each spoke, and what I'll share with you is I would take, and this is a system I've been using for years. David is understanding of it. Many people that know me are understanding of it, but it's this idea of creating a one-page business plan. This is 2012. I had a goal to sell 20 homes in June. This is 2013. This is 2017. And this is 2010. So what I did, and what you can do with your spokes, is you can set a goal. Who has, okay, let's say your goal is to make $500,000. Who would like to make $500,000? It's good. It's a good year. So we take that and we break it down. Let's just say we're selling $1 million properties on average. If we want to make $500,000 and we're selling $1 million properties, and our fee is, let's just say it's 3% of a sales price, that's $30,000. You take $500,000 and you divide that by 30,000, and that's, 500,000 divided by 30,000. Is that right, David? Yeah, that's 16 homes. You think you can sell 16 homes? It's not gonna be simple, but so you break it down that way, and then you look at your lead generation wheel and you say, okay, in my sphere of influence, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna commit to? And then you put it on paper. and then you laminate it and you keep it in front of you and you look at it every single day to remind yourself. Because do you ever forget, like, anyone in here ever forget, like, what should I be doing? So I put it on here. And this year, open houses. Here's some simple goals I made for this year. It was 2017. I'm holding 4 open houses per month. I'm calling 50 open homes around my open houses. I'm following the open house system. I'm following up with all leads. So anyway, this spoke social media. The idea is to, and does anyone follow me on social media? Okay. How often do you see me posting about real estate? Pretty much daily. Here's what my goal is, and I'm going to give you 2 different avenues, okay? One avenue and strategy is to get the word out about me and who I am and what I'm doing. So each week I'll do a market update. Consistently, I will do a market update. How many homes are on the market? Hey guys, it's Chad. I always start this way. Hey guys, Chad Goldwasser, Pure Gold Realty Group, brokered by EXP. Hope you're having an amazing day. Want to give you a quick market update. Currently, there are 14,533 homes on the market in Austin, Texas. Which compared to last year at this time, there was 11,000. Year before that, 7,900. Year before that, 3,500. There's 4,200 pending sales. And if people are telling you that homes aren't selling in Austin, Texas, there were actually 3,071 sales last month. That's what's going on in the market. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, give me a call. Chad Goldwasser, Pure Gold Realty Group, brokered by EXP. Have an amazing day. Simple. And then I'll do things like, what are the top 3 things you're looking for in an agent? What are the top 3 things you should look for in an agent if you're thinking about selling your home? What are the top 3 things you should be thinking about when you're hiring a buyer's agent now? Social media. I do 5 to 10 videos on a Sunday afternoon usually. That's the goal. I have a virtual assistant, Charmaine. She's amazing if you need someone great. I sent her the videos. She edits them, captions them. She puts them all over the place. Here's the key. It doesn't matter how many times I do the video. What are the top 3 things you're looking for in a what are the top 3 things you should be looking for in a buyer's agent? Consistency of message is key. People need to hear these things over and over. It's why I consistently follow up with my clients and people. So, oh, that's a great photo. Is that a video, David?
It's a video.
Okay, that's horrible. Holy crap.
I didn't do that.
Jesus. Okay, hit play or something.
Do before put your home on the market that you may not have thought of.
Okay, you get it, okay?
There's another video.
Yep, so if you guys need an amazing videographer, if you're thinking about doing YouTube, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, this is Isaac Bauer. He owns a company called Ike Productions. He is my awesome filmmaker. He makes me look good. And so, yes, consistency of message, 5 days a week. Usually you're going to see a video from me.
Play this next one.
Go ahead.
You ready to rock and roll? You ready for another episode of Living in Austin, Texas, the rock and roll downtown condo edition? Get ready to rock. We're at the Parish right now. We're going to show you
That was a fun
all
night.
downtown and some of the most amazing condos you've ever seen on this episode of Living in Austin, Texas.
What's that?
What time are you supposed to be running?
That was like 10 o'clock at night. We just seen a concert. We just decided to start shooting. But that's another strategy. That's YouTube, okay? I want to talk to you about an opposite side of how you can use social media to gain exposure to people. Sorry. In my schedule, every single morning, I have 8 till 9 a.m. scheduled. Now, I don't do it every day. Social media time. 5 comments on people's stuff. Oh my gosh, I love your kids, Paul. They're so beautiful. Your family's gorgeous. When I need insurance, I'm calling your ass, bro, because I know you got a lot of kids to support. And call me if you need to buy or sell a home, please. Love you, brother. Have a great day. 5 comments that is it just me, or do you like when you get a comment on, like, it was my daughter's 19th birthday yesterday, love of my life, Sammy Goldwasser, and I posted this little thing about her last night, and I like getting comments, right? Like, I like people to engage. And so think about that. I'm going to engage. I'm going to be the person that's going to be on their site, past clients of mine. Oh my gosh, you had another baby. Congratulations. So beautiful. So 5 comments per day, 5 DMs per day. I'll slip into someone's DM. I'll be like, hey, David, oh my gosh, I saw that you just got an award at your company. That's so amazing, bro. Congratulations. I'm sure you got a raise. You need to buy a home yet? DM, okay? And it doesn't always have to have real estate. I'm just getting back in their head, right? How many people keep in touch with you consistently and kind of make you feel good about life? Not a ton, sometimes. Mom, dad. So 5 comments, 5 DMs, post 5 days a week. And then here's another thing, birthdays on Facebook, right? Or it reminds you of people's birthdays and you get a lot of HBD Chad, right? My goal is each day on their birthdays, I'll go in and I use an iPad and I have my little ear things and I'll just do this. Whose birthday is it today, David? My daughter's was yesterday. Okay, so here's birthdays. Jennifer Johnson, Rebecca Lux, Karen, Alexa. Oh my gosh, you are so amazing, and I hope you have the most incredible birthday, exclamation point. I'm so thankful we're friends, and I love you with all my heart, period. I can't wait to see you soon. Have a super happy birthday, and enjoy yourself, exclamation point. Boom. How long did that take? 10 seconds. So I'll just go through, and everybody, there's 9 to 10 birthdays. I want to be that person. Also with social media, targeted ads, maybe you saw this, we're implementing, did anyone come here from one of the targeted ads on Facebook? Did anyone see those or Instagram? You did? Okay, good. So we start doing targeted ads and stuff. I don't do as much of this. I talked about our VA outsourcing this, like it's not a great use of my time to edit these videos and stuff. I outsource that. There was one other thing I wanted to remind you of here on social media. Oh, here's another way that I use it. I'm going to talk about farming in just a little bit. If you live in a neighborhood, Loranda, where do you live?
Easton Park.
Is there a Easton Park Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay, great. So when I'm going to talk about farming, I farm a neighborhood called Circle C, but what I'll do is if Loranda lives in Easton Park and Loranda wants to become the agent of choice in that neighborhood, what you start doing is you go to Easton Park Facebook page every single day and you comment, oh my gosh, you have a beautiful home. Those are cute kids. Oh, yummy sandwich. And so they're seeing you on Easton Park. Oh, Loranda. And then once in a while, I'll do like, hey, Circle C, I have 2 extra tickets to the Citizen Cope show tonight at Germania Insurance Amphitheater. If you want them, DM me and let's go. So they're seeing my name over and over. And then this is farming, so I'm going to get into this a little bit, but they're seeing your name, okay? So engage people. Use social media, not just to get, but to give, and then you will get. Okay? Stories, live videos, increase interactions. I do stories when I'm out previewing for an open house. I'll be like, hey guys, it's Chad Goldwasser. I'm doing an open house this weekend at 11724 Trelawney Lane. I'm here right now. I'm going to show you quickly, and I'll be here on Saturday from 11 till 3. I'm out previewing homes right now, so that I know the market extremely well. By the way, come by this weekend, and if you ever need to buy or sell real estate, give me a call. Chad Goldwasser, Pure Gold Realty Group, brokered by EXP. I always say my full name to people because a lot of people have heard it. If your goal is to increase exposure, always use your full name, always reach out your hand, always brand yourself. This is branding. You're a brand. Okay. Next. Any questions on social media? Okay, YouTube. This is another spoke. This is a little more expensive. This takes a little more energy. It takes a little more thought process. But I didn't create a YouTube channel where I was like, hey, it's me, Chad Goldwasser, buy or sell real estate through me. I learned this system, and this is a system that is working for agents across the country and the world. Who uses YouTube? Who has a YouTube channel right now? Okay, great. So here's what my YouTube videos are. You saw it. Hey, it's Chad Goldwasser. This is the rock and roll edition, downtown Austin condos. I'm going to show you the best Austin condos. Or I'm going to show you, thinking about moving to Austin, Texas, I'm going to show you 78704, one of my favorite zip codes in Austin. Awesome homes, incredible music venues. We're going to show you some barbecue places, and stick around to the end. I'm going to show you 3 $1 to $4 million mansions. Don't miss it. Let's go. And then you bring in someone like Isaac to edit those. YouTube is it's a better search engine now than Google. Okay? You can also post property tours here, market updates, educational content. So some of the videos I'm doing are neighborhoods and areas. Some are top 10 things you should do if you're selling your home for sale by owner. Okay, the idea is to drive and attract leads. These are some of the thumbnails. You also want to optimize with YouTube, and thumbnails are super important. So we've got a great guy for that as well. What else would you say about YouTube that we do, Mr. Isaac, that makes it awesome? Get someone that's great at the videos. Like, this guy is amazing at the videos. Create a hook, and then intros and outros. So the hook is, are you thinking about moving to Austin, Texas? Yeah, I'm thinking about moving to, okay, great. I'm gonna show you the best neighborhoods in South Austin. The hook, the intros, and the outros. I'm always cross-promoting. I'm using, and here's what I love about having my virtual assistant, Charmaine. She's very affordable, and she puts it everywhere. So how many of you are friends with me on LinkedIn? Oh gosh, we gotta get friendly on there. If you're not, I think, Loranda, do we have a deal where they can scan and? Okay, great. All platforms. I use Instagram, I use LinkedIn, I use TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and don't forget to put personal things in there. So I'm always putting in stuff about real estate, but then also yesterday, of course, I put something about my daughter. Next, David. Yeah, it's not perfection. Has anyone ever seen a perfect video? Do you ever look at yourself and you're like, oh God? Raise your hand if you've ever done that. Like, I can't post this. Post it anyway. Post it. Everybody's doing that. The key is to get out and get connected. All right, any questions on YouTube? We've got 2 spokes left.
Excuse me.
Yes.
When you do a tour about a home,
Yes.
I'm talking about your listing, but not other listings.
I'm talking about the greatest homes that are on the, are you talking about YouTube?
Yeah, but if you try to tell, hey, I'm looking at this, and you give the address and everything, why would they come to you? They can just go directly.
because they know that I'm an expert and that when they want to make an offer on that home, that they're going to have someone that can lead and guide them to make good decisions and that will get the job done. Because on social media, they're seeing the expertise consistently.
And also you're branding yourself.
Yes.
So if trusted well, that you know better than, so they don't go direct. I'm just thinking, they don't go directly. They can Google the address and then they contact the agent and where am I?
Say this.
Promoting somebody else.
All of us say this. I am a magnet for business. I am a lead generation machine. I'm a magnet. People are drawn to that energy. They can feel it through your social media presence. Networking groups. Who is an awesome networker here? Okay, good. What do you do, Shilpa, for networking?
Organize events, connect with the community events and all those things.
Okay. What do people think about when they think about networking events? I want you to think about it differently. What do typical people inside the box think about when they think about a networking event? Go ahead.
Really, most people network to generate business or find a job or
Okay.
improve their.
Totally.
It's a business related in my mind.
Absolutely. But what I'm going for here is BNI, right? Or a networking group. Think outside of there. You know, one of the greatest networking groups that I ever joined was, what is it? Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a speaking group. I was in an event like this when I was 25 years old, and this guy, Rick DeLuca, was teaching me about how to write a one-page business plan, and on it, he said, join a Toastmasters group, and I did just what you did. I was like, what is Toastmasters? And I went home, I found a group. It meets at 7 a.m. on Thursday mornings. I walked in there 24 years ago. I had no idea what it was. It's a speaking group. And guess where I'm going this Thursday morning? Toastmasters. And guess what I talk about? So it's a speaking group. They have 3 prepared speeches, 5 to 7 minutes, then extemporaneous speaking, and then evaluations of those speeches. Okay, you're coming soon. Now I'm part of 2 groups. I go on a Tuesday night group because guess what I talk about? Real estate. And guess why David's here and Noe's here? Because of Toastmasters. And now, do you think if they ever need to buy or sell real estate, who would you buy it from, probably? Okay, good. That's working. So not only did Toastmasters, so don't think of the way a typical person. Another great place. You know where another great place is that I get a ton of business from? My pickleball group. But here's the thing. They all know I'm in real estate. So I'm consistent about the message. So strategies, attend events, meet people, be memorable. I'm talking a lot today because I'm teaching. But I have an affirmation. I listen more than I talk. And I have to work really hard on that. Keep the conversation off you as much as possible. The more you turn it back to them, oh, do you have kids? Oh, what do you do? Eventually it's going to turn back to you, and they're always going to ask you, okay? Circle C Run Club, another great networking group of mine. All kinds of different strategies and events. And then, so David didn't just meet me at Toastmasters and go into my phone. David and I became friends. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went out that night. They had an after, and now he's coming to my events. We're becoming friends. We're getting to know each other. He's at Toastmasters with me every week. So build and nurture relationships and give as much as you can. Give. I want Gary to get business today. I want Steven to get business, Wendy to get business. I want to give to Austin and Tony, all the people that are supporting this event. I want them to get business. I want Isaac to get business. I want to give and become a lead generation machine, not just for myself, but so Gary has business. Because then guess what Gary does? When Gary had a friend that needed to sell her place, guess who he called? Okay, I become a lead magnet for other people. Awesome. We already talked about that one. Farming, last one. Are you ready to be done? Have you got enough? Okay. Farming. Who knows what farming is? Good. About 1999, I was 25 years old. I was 3 years in the business. And I moved over to a neighborhood called Circle C. Do you know it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was selling real estate. And I went to the NAR convention in New Orleans. And there was a farming seminar. And I walked in there. And I was like, okay, I don't really know about this concept, but I'll sit down. And it was put on by a company called Hobbs and Herder. And they said, we walked into a neighborhood and we surveyed that neighborhood and we asked who was the top agent in that neighborhood. And we surveyed that neighborhood and we got a bunch of different responses. And then we did an 8x8 mail out with a fictitious agent over 8 weeks, 8 mailers over 8 weeks. And we came back and surveyed that neighborhood and we asked them who the top agent was and they said the fictitious agent. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. So I went home to Circle C. How many homes are in Circle C? Anyone know? 5,000 now. There are between 350 to 500 sales in that neighborhood a year. A great farming agent that becomes a celebrity in the neighborhood. If you come to Circle C Summer Moon with me someday and we have coffee, everybody knows who I am. I made sure of it. And that's why I go there. Okay? Because people know who I am. So, strategies, 8x8 campaign. I went home, I said, babe, former wife, don't call her babe anymore. She's awesome, mother of my kids. Love her to death. Also a kick-ass agent, no, she learned from someone good. That's so stupid, David. David, don't tell her I said that. Okay, all right. So I go home. I said, babe, let's do this 8x8 campaign. 8 mailers over 8 weeks. We did our first one. It said, I'm 27. I have 1 child. I live in your neighborhood. Who am I? And you turn it over. It was a picture of me and my wife. It said, I'm Chad Goldwasser. I'm your neighbor. I sell real estate. Call me if you ever need to buy or sell. The second one went out. It was a red envelope. It didn't get mailed to them. It went in their door. It had a white sticker on it. It said, Jenny, 8675309. You know the song? And nobody, and then you open it up and it had a little note in it. It said, some numbers are not as easy to remember. So here's a list of helpful phone numbers. Chad Goldwasser, Remax at the time. That was the second one. And then the third one went out. And at that point then, I went out and I knocked on every single door in that portion of Circle C. There was 400 homes in that neighborhood. If you're gonna farm, make sure you're not farming a neighborhood where there's 2 sales a year. Circle C, there's 400 to 500. A great farming agent can capture 20% of a market. So, the average price in Circle C right now is $1 million. I capture 20% of that. What is that? 400 sales, 80 sales times $1 million, 80 million times my typical fee. That's a lot of money. And I don't have to leave my neighborhood. But how do you become so don't just do the mail outs. Like if you're gonna do this, commit to it. Make sure it's a neighborhood where there's a lot of sales. And then you do the mail out. And then You may just call. You may not want to knock on doors. I knocked on so I knocked on those 400 doors. I got my first listing. I did a massive open house. I sold it before it ever went on the market. And then I took over 30% of that market that year in just that little 400 home section called Wildflower Park at Circle C. Then I added the entire neighborhood, 4,500 homes. And my 2 agents that worked for me at the time, I said, we're gonna go knock on every single door in this neighborhood. And they were like, people are gonna think you're desperate. And I said, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna take over this neighborhood. And I went out on Thursdays and Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for 3 hours, and I would knock on doors for 6 months. Then I started taking over the neighborhood, and everybody knew who I was, and then it was open houses. Then I did Then I did a billboard at the end of the neighborhood thing on 1826 in Slaughter Lane. And I went to a dad's poker game one night, and I walked in and they were like, oh, Goldwasser's here. Let's jump into the truck and go see his new billboard. And I was kind of embarrassed for just like a half a second. And then I was like, they're talking about real estate and me. So I became a celebrity in the neighborhood. I started sponsoring events. I started taking care of the people in my neighborhood. You can circle prospect through RedX. You can call people. We can do this. It takes some effort, but it's a key spoke in my wheel. Make sense? Yes, ma'am.
So on door knocking, which where I live, yes, there are sales, yes, there are tons of people. However, they have big no soliciting funds, and then they send out emails that they're knocking on our door again. So we just say just skip that and maybe wait for a community event or something.
Yeah. Be creative. Like I said, people they see me on the Circle C Facebook page. They then start doing open houses in that neighborhood. I do that on a regular basis. I will hold open houses. That's where I was this weekend doing open houses. They see my signs all over the place. And then a strategy for that is you go knock on 50 doors around that open house. This is for people that want to really kick ass. Like, have you ever wanted to have a $100,000 day? It's fun. That happened to me. $112,000 in one day. I'm not telling you that to brag. It was March 31st, 2022. I watched $112,000. It was 5 closings. One was $48,000. And then 4 others. I watched that money go into the bank account. That can happen. And again, I'm not telling you this to brag. This is what legendary people will get paid. So, we already talked about circle prospecting. Facebook page for the neighborhood, be present, comment. What else? Neighborhood events, sponsorships. I started doing concerts in the park there. Next door, another great one. Social media.
Community boards.
Loranda, we have a survey. Did you have fun today?
Yes.
Did you have fun today? All right. I had fun. Thank you for being here. We're doing this again next Tuesday. I'm doing an event called Creating Massive Value as a Buyer's Agent. I'm going to teach you how to not worry about this BS that we keep hearing about the NAR settlement and how to just become amazing. So you can sign up for that. That's part 2 of this event. We're going to have food. All our sponsors are going to be back. We're going to have a blast. Also, we have a survey. If you would please, when you think about real estate, okay, or your business, whether it's painting or home shield warranties or inspections, think about this. When I got to number 1 in the world, it was massively positive energy and incredible attitude. It was massive lead generation. But when you cut open a tree, it's got those little circles, right? That tell you how old the tree is. It's the same thing in business. We're adding circles. Okay, so first, I need to know how to open a lockbox. Then I need to know how to I know how to do an open house. Then I need to know how to do and you add circles. And after 28 years, I've added so many circles. And one of the new circles we're adding to our coaching and teaching business is to survey and make sure we're doing a great job for you. Loranda, where is this survey? That one? Yeah. If you would please do me a huge favor. I want you to go there right now, grab your phone. It's a 2-minute survey. It's going to ask you what you thought about today's event, whether it blew your freaking mind, hopefully, and you had a blast, or whether it was just great, and then other things that we can teach you about. Also, we have a top producer roadmap. I've written this. We're also producing a top producer roadmap class that we're going to start sharing with people. I'm going to leave you with this. I accomplish my biggest dreams by working daily on my littlest goals. Like, do not be overwhelmed by what you've just heard. Is anyone feeling energized by what they've heard? Yeah. Good. Taylor, are you glad you came? Are you glad we ran into each other? What's the best thing you learned?
Oh my goodness. Farming is key.
Farming is key. David?
Sir.
What'd you learn?
I like the setup of the spokes. It sets up a really good foundation to build something.
Awesome. Yusuf, you've been learning from me for years. Yusuf's been an agent and a partner of mine for how long?
15 years.
Wow.
15 years.
Did you learn anything new today?
Absolutely, yeah. Consistency, I think it's a fundamental thing. I think a lot of us, myself included, will do, like you said, I'll do 2 open houses and open houses don't work, but I did 2. But if you're consistent on any one lead generation option, then you're going to be successful. So that's super helpful to remind myself of being consistent.
Good. Gigi, what did you learn today? Did you learn anything?
I did. I learned to become a celebrity in my neighborhood.
Awesome. How about you, Carl?
Positive energy in the open houses and just in general.
Awesome. Kevin, what did you learn today?
Dominating knowledge in the neighborhood. Do an open house and know your shit, so when enemy comes in, you're good at it.
Know your shit.
Yes. Yes.
I like that.
That's true. That made everybody listen as soon as I said shit.
Who else? Who learned something great? Wendy Bailey, what did you learn today?
Scripts. You need to have scripts. You need to give your 5-second elevator pitch and all of the other.
What sets you apart? Oh, what sets me apart? I have a proven, repeatable process. It's designed to get you the best price for your home. Are you thinking about selling your home? What did you learn today, sir?
I love the business card method, the no business card.
How about you?
Everything.
Good. Young lady, what did you learn today? Being consistent. How about you?
The business card thing was a big one for me. And then just open house stuff.
Yeah, good. How about you?
Open houses and then no business card.
Awesome. If you loved what you heard today and you think in some little way it might change your life, bring someone back next week. Like, let's pack this place. I would love you to come back. I am going to teach about things that have changed my life dramatically. So bring someone, sign up. Remember, the ring's in the tree. Just add a little something today. When I got to #1 in the world, people were like, how'd you do it? I said, I went to a seminar and I learned 100 things. And I went home and I implemented one. And then I went back to that same seminar and I learned 100 things and I implemented a second thing. So do not be overwhelmed. Take one thing away from this event today, and I was successful. You're amazing. You can do it. I totally believe in you. I was a 23-year-old kid with no college degree working as a bartender. 9 years later, I was the #1 agent on the planet because of what I learned in seminars and things like this. So keep coming back. I love you. Thank you. That's it.
Everybody, Chad Goldwasser.